Hey y'all, so I'm sorry that I look like Bill from accounting right now, but I have a flight in like an hour and a half and I don't like wearing my contacts on the plane because I like to sleep. And this was the only shirt left that was clean. But anywho, this is my Real Housewives of Salt Lake City review. Let's get into the episode. So we start the episode off with Whitney, and she's inviting all the ladies to another snow activity. This time it is snow tubing. I don't know what that is. Of course, when she calls Mary, Mary hasn't even set up her voicemail yet. Mary is not friends with these women. I don't know why Bravo keeps trying to force it on us. Whitney also invites her friend Angie, which I'm very glad because she did really well in her first episode in my opinion. Next scene, we're with Mother of the Year Lisa, who only feeds her kids fast food. When she picks up her son from school, she asks him, "What do you want to eat?" He says Wendy's, and I'm not surprised. Lisa don't even look like she cook. So they're gonna go to two different fast food places. Her son wants to go to Wendy's for lunch, and then some place called Bahama Bucks for dessert. Wow, she is really messing up these kids' nutrition. And I would think Lisa Barlow, even if she didn't have time to cook, like she could at least afford a personal chef. Her kids already look like they lack sunlight, and now they're gonna look like they lack nutrition as well. Production knows what they're doing with this scene as she's pulling up to the Wendy's drive-thru. Oh goodness, so it looks like we get a Jenny scene early and she's with her husband, that monster. Like I said in the last episode, I really want to fast forward through their scenes now because he disgusts me. If I hear the words "more kids," I'm fast forwarding. Jenny says even though she's really pissed at her husband, he invited her to oyster night and it's her favorite restaurant, so she said, okay, fine. So this time she brings up the baby talk and she tells him that, I already have 3 kids and I'm so occupied with them. Do you really want me to have more kids? He's even shocked. He's like, oh, we're going there right now? More kids. Just kidding. They're debating the terms of a sister wife and she said, isn't that illegal, multiple marriages? And he makes sure he lets her know that they got rid of the law in Utah in 2019. Guess where I won't be visiting anytime soon. This man is in his confessional and he is really defending the idea of having multiple wives, just because his grandfather had multiple wives. He's also saying in his confessional that he has patients who are polygamous. One guy has 5 wives and 40 kids. And that sounds great to him. People like this cretin shouldn't even be allowed to procreate. And he is cheesed up in the confessional too, saying a big family is great, it's more fun. I don't know how he would feel if she had multiple husbands. Because all this screams to me is chauvinism and patriarchy. She's bringing religion into it and she's saying that it's against her faith, which is Catholic. I forgot I think she said FLDS. I probably have to Google that. I forgot what that means. But he don't care. That's when religion doesn't matter, when he wants multiple wives. I feel like they're playing games with me. Is this all an act? Because allegedly it is, according to her niece. And she actually responded and said that she hasn't seen her niece in, I believe, 9 years or whatever, so she doesn't know what she's talking about. This situation is just so far-fetched. Is this man really that evil? And is she really willing to stay with this monster? So here come the tears. She getting upset and saying, why would you want to share me with somebody? I took out the accent because I am about to get canceled today. So now they both crying. He said he doesn't want to sacrifice his marriage, but again, he said he has this empty hole in himself. He is not fulfilled unless he has more kids. Therapy, therapy, therapy. And notice he's saying kids, not another kid. He wants her to have more kids, probably 2 or 3 more. So she actually suggests therapy to this monster and he says he doesn't need therapy because he knows what he wants. They're still together present day, so I'm guessing she's fine with being with him. This man clearly just wants a vessel. A vessel for his seeds and procreation. He does not care about her or her well-being mentally or physically. He tells her the best answer he can give her is, I'll think about it. Just the notion of me thinking about it should be good enough for you. Oh, I want to fast forward so bad. Next scene, we're with Meredith and her weird husband. It looks like they're on a date and they are really playing up their relationship now for the cameras. was. Like last season, they would hardly touch each other, and now it's just like a whole 180. Is this man for real? Like how he talking about Mother Nature's bosom? Who is this? Like for real, if y'all saw last season, this man was a sterile android. And now it just seems like he's full of personality now. Meredith lets us know in her confessional that her and her husband's relationship has significantly improved thanks to counseling and discernment therapy. Now, what is discernment therapy, you ask? Well, they do an analysis on the couple and they tell them if they think they should still be married or not. That is very interesting. Anywho, their date continues, and I'm going to fast forward because my fucks are out. Next scene, we're with Heather at her new beauty bar, and it looks like they're having some celebration for the #1. Turns out that her new location is a year old, as well as her employees, 5 employees who were all pregnant at the same time. I think most of them had boys. Lord, I think they had all boys, but now it's a celebration for all of their kids. That is weird, but then again, it is Utah. And it's also weird because most of these girls only look 19 to 21. Now I'm looking at some of these white babies. You know what? I'm not trying to go to hell. So next we see Andy come in to greet Whitney. She is now Whitney's friend, no longer Lisa's friend. I forget how much she looks like Sarah Paulson. I might have to start calling her that. Well, what is nice is Heather saying her business is booming, like better than ever, and she never foresaw this type of success for herself. And I love that for Heather because I like her. So Miss Jen Shaw arrives, and now all the ladies are sitting around talking about Whitney's dinner with Lisa. So she's telling them the story or whatever, and Angie is saying that she is definitely not a liar. They are lying at my expense to save their asses. This is the most Jen Shaw has ever been quiet, but in her confessional, she's saying that this doesn't sound at all like Lisa. This isn't her vibe or style. Honor amongst thieves and liars, I guess. Whitney tells Angie that Lisa told her that she forgives Angie, but she wants nothing to do with her. Her friend of 20 years. Now, of course, all the ladies are invited to snow tubing, so of course they're gonna get a chance to hash it out. Oh my goodness. Is Angie drunk? Like she just fell backwards into the chairs? Again, bravo. Give this chick a snowflake. So next scene, all the ladies are gathering and meeting up for the snow tubing. Now, Mary has actually contributed to this trip and has brought a party vehicle. I'm about to say bus, but this is like a stretch Escalade. Go ahead on, Mary. I count 4 blondes. I'm not sure who that is. We got Angie, Heather, and Whitney, and some other chick. I don't recognize her. Mary, the space cadet, lets us know that Whitney picked the event, which was 2 hours away. That's 60 minutes twice. I'm glad, you know, Mary knows how many minutes it is. So they go to pick up Meredith, Lisa, and Jen. And Lisa says she's super annoyed that Whitney invited Angie, but Angie's gonna be invisible to her the whole trip. Cue production literally phasing Angie out as she sits next to Mary. They are really getting creative at Bravo in this production. Okay, so it looks like they added another friend of, and it's Whitney's friend Connie. I was wondering who the other blonde chick is. And not Whitney speaking through a tiny loudspeaker in the stretch Escalade. That's actually a good idea. So the ladies open a bottle of sparkling water, and I'm guessing last season Mary said she doesn't do sparkling water because it hardens your ovaries. Okay. And then Lisa makes a comment that, Mary, I'm gonna have to Google that. And she says it in a fun way, and then Mary gets really offended by it. And it's a whole record scratch. She's like, don't do that. What? Are you trying to diss me? What? I don't know. The wires are crossed, y'all. She said if I say something is fact from somebody who married her grandfather, okay, I would question anything Mary Crosby had to say. And it really sucks because now she has me defending Lisa of all people. We see Heather in her confessional and she's quite delighted that Lisa is getting read by Mary. So they arrive to the destination and the ladies get out the car. Lisa goes up to talk to Mary and she asks her like, what was that? What did I do? Mary is acting like Lisa cussed her ass out. All she did was say, Mary, I'm gonna have to Google that in a joking way. I mean, it's a scientific medical thing that you're talking about. You said that sparkling water hardens ovaries. I mean, I would want to fact check that. Is Mary an MD? No. Mary thinks that Lisa is belittling her and just giving her all the attitude right now. She did not just bring race into this. Oh my God. Is that Mary's weapon of choice? She's called Heather a racist, Whitney a racist, and now she's insinuating that Lisa's a racist. Lisa is a duplicitous snake. She's not a racist. To my knowledge, at least, y'all. Like, I thought that was uncalled for. Just because she's telling you to Google shit. Lisa apologizes to Mary, but she does say that if you come at me again like this, we're going to have another conversation because this isn't cool. And now Mary's calling Lisa sensitive. This might be the beginning of the end of Mary's relationship with everybody. So Jenny, out of nowhere, she's just like, okay, can we stop? Can y'all shut the fuck up so we can have some fun? Everyone is cheering now, and then you hear Mary say, don't you ever use that word with me. Don't talk to me like that. Wait a minute, Mary. Seriously? You just told Jenny to get her language right? I mean, I can see how, that's a slippery slope. Maybe she's talking about her cussing, and it can also, be a microaggression on her end. I caught that, Mary. Like, again, I don't know why people are starting to love Mary after season 1. I always seen her as a conniving space cadet who's running a cult. I don't trust her. Okay, Jenny. Like, coming from Mary, she was like, if you don't like how I talk, then deal with it. All right, this is the Jenny that I want to show up. The mouths dropped when Jenny said that. I might have to do a still of the lady's mouth drop right here if I get the photo. Jenny's telling Heather, you know what? It's not even us this time. No, they did not just do a chest bump after saying that. All right, Jenny, I don't care what you think, Mary. Keep your mouth shut. Read her. Tell her what time it is. This is the Jenny that deserves the snowflake. Well, all right, so Mary backs down and they just continue to go snow tubing. So I'm guessing snow tubing is they're going up a big hill and dragging a tube and then they go down the hill. I mean, Mary definitely is not dressed for this. She's wearing heels in the snow. She's complaining. 2 points for Whitney in her confessional though. She was like, well, if she didn't know what snow tubing was, maybe she should have Googled it. Ha ha. Snow tubing does look fun though. Ugh, Mary is such a Debbie Downer. She doesn't even want to do the hill thing again. She says she is done. She doesn't do this type of labor. So after they go snow tubing, the ladies are now all seated at lunch. Wow, Heather and Jen are just the best of friends now. You would think nothing happened last season between them. Good grief, like Mary just has a boot in her mouth. So all the ladies are eating. All Lisa asked her was, Mary, you're not eating? No, I am. What is wrong with her? Like, can they please trade out Mary for a sane black woman in Utah? Because it's just hurting that she's the most weird, out-of-place cast member on this franchise. So as Lisa and Mary is having a conversation, Heather asks Mary, is her and Lisa good? And they're talking about at the table, and Lisa says, I'm just tired of people expecting the worst of me. And then the camera goes to Angie, because I'm sure she's talking about the situation with her as well. So as Lisa and Mary fake squash their beef, then Angie addresses Lisa finally. Angie tells Lisa that she would like to move on and just forget about what happened. And Lisa tells her, well, if there's not a sorry, then I don't think there's anything to discuss. Lisa tells her that you felt some type of way because you misinterpreted it. I had nothing to do with it. And then Whitney tries to back her up and says, well, she just asked you about it. She wasn't accusing you. And plus, I mean, it's something that Lisa Barlow would do. She's underhanded and phony. So as Whitney's trying to help Angie out, Lisa tells Whitney, don't bring yourself in this. We have a clean slate, Whitney. 2022, Whitney. I mean, Whitney is maintaining her stance, and now Lisa feels like she's being piled up on. I mean, like she just got cool with Whitney again. Now she's beefing with her friend of 20 years, and then Mary let her have it in the car earlier. Well, Whitney, people wouldn't question everything that you do if you didn't come off so damn inauthentic. How about that? She said, I can't even say the word Google without someone questioning me. Get off my fucking back. Lisa is just bringing it this season. If y'all saw season 1, Lisa was boring as fuck. I gotta give it to her. I'm like, I don't care for her, but she's good for the show. I want her back for season 3. Lisa says in her confessional that she notices that Meredith and Jen don't have her back. That's a good observation. I noticed that they are silent. Heather just asked her a question, so you're saying you didn't do it, right? I mean, and then she's like, well, why would I do it, Heather? And she's like, I don't know, for leverage, saying that, this is my friend and don't you go behind my back. And she makes a good point, but Lisa's doing what Lisa normally does when she's backed into a corner, being held accountable for her actions. She starts to cry with no tears coming out. Then she said her grandfather was gay. I was like, what's the connection? And then I was like, oh yeah, it was like an LGBT fundraiser. She says she hates crying, but I mean, crying usually involves tears. So then Angie gets up, goes around the table, and hugs Lisa. So I guess it's all over between them now that Lisa started crying. After that, Jenny checks in with Mary and she's like, are we good, Mary? Mary again just gives a fake, sure, we are. Jenny is saying she went off on Mary because she gets triggered when people tell her what she can and can't do. You're not my mom. And she said, because she was Asian, she was picked on. Mary is just laid back, just observing everybody. Like, Mary don't give a fuck. She also lets the ladies know that today she's just very sensitive because it's the anniversary of her daughter that didn't make it in pregnancy. So she's like, emotional, don't attack me right now. Mary just rolls her eyes when she said that. Wow. Mary don't give a fuck again. So the ladies are all empathetic to her because of course everyone at the table is a mom, I think. And they appreciate her disclosing that with them. Lisa says in her confessional, I can't even imagine the pain she's feeling right now. I don't know why she's sharing it with this group because they're all selfish bitches. She then lets the other ladies know that she's over it right now. Let's all have fun. They all cheers. And then the camera zooms in on Mary's disgruntled face. And that's where the episode ends. This was a decent episode. They really turned the volume up. I mean, of course, adding Angie to the mix. We get our first fight with Jenny and Mary. Jenny finally working for that snowflake. She did a good job this episode. I was very satisfied. I enjoyed this episode. And then next week we see that Mary's scams is going to be coming to light. So yeah, I'm still optimistic about this season. The arrest hasn't happened yet. I will say that arrest better happen early and not just the last 2 episodes. Don't do that to us, Bravo. Anywho, y'all, I have a fight to catch. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all on Patreon. Bye.